Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with Subterrors, featuring Dark Dragoon. I have played tested this deck for 3 locals now, back to back, and I went 3-1, 3-1, 4-0, playing against a variety of decks like Emancipator and Zombie Outlook for some reason. But yeah, it were not like free wins, it were actual meta decks. And the deck performed really well. Dragoon really solves some of the issues, unlike the numeral engine, and we will talk about it in a bit. First, I would like to talk about my sponsor real quick, so let's go straight into that. Do you want to play the new best deck, but you haven't pulled all the good cards yet? Cardmarket is here to help you out. This European platform is one of the biggest websites that you can buy your single Yu-Gi-Oh cards on, but they have so much more than only cards. They have sealed products, sleeves, deck boxes, and of course, other card games like Magic the Gathering. Pay easily with PayPal or any money transfer method commonly used in your country. Make a new account, use Tatsym as the referral code, and use one of these promo cards in the screen right now for €5 starting credit. Do note that this only works for new accounts, and each code only has one use, so first come, first serve. Cardmarket is one of the best websites to buy your Yu-Gi-Oh cards on, and there's really easy navigation. So for example, do you want to play the best deck? Let's search up Subterror Guru. Yes, so we have the 3 versions right here. You can see them at the pictures. Let's buy the ultra rare real quick. Right here we see the price trend, we see the card, we see the effect. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can already see the offers. Cardmarket uses private sellers, professional sellers, power sellers, so you can easily see how many sales an account has, if it's a good seller, what language it is, how many copies they are, details, anything. So for example, I want to use English cards only, so we can just easily filter them as English. And let's see what the magic does. And right here, you can already see who has what cards. For example, this guy right here has 15 copies, and that's really good, but of course we are living in the Netherlands, so let's try to see if there are any Dutch sellers that have 3 of them. Here we have on the bottom right there, easily for only 50 cents each, that's nothing. Add them to the cart, it automatically fills up the cart already, and here we have the total. And for example, if you want to buy more cards than only just Guru, you can just click on the seller, see every information that he has. You can easily see here the boosters that he has, the booster boxes, starter decks, anything you want, collector tins, singles as well. For example, Dark Dragoon is a really good card that you can play. So let's take a look if he has it. And right there it is, you can buy more cards, whatever you want, it's really easy. Cardmarket is one of the best sites, and I've been using it for years now, and I'm never using anything else. It's perfect for me, and I'm super happy I got to work together with them. For buying, selling, Cardmarket is definitely where I go. Now, let's get back to the deck profile. So, let's go straight into the deck profile now. We play Triple Guru, of course, that makes sense. We still play Triple Venus. We play 1 Humastrix. Play 1 Nemesis Archer. We play the Dark Magician Red Ice package. And then for the hand trap ratio, I opted to play 3 Ash, because it is needed in this format to stop the other Dragoons. And I play 2 Ghost Ogre because of numeral decks, and it's a generic really good hand trap. That's it. I would like to play more hand traps, but there's a little not enough room, so I opted to side deck some out to break boards. But this is it for the main deck. There is no impermanence as well. Then we play triple Hidden City, of course. Even though we need our extra deck, we still play triple Pot of Extravagance. Really important card. Then we play triple Red Ice Fusion, of course, because we only hard draw it. There is no insight in this deck, because insight adds way too many bricks, and we don't want to play bricks. Play triple Called by the Grave, because we need to resolve the Red Ice Fusion. Then some generic cards, I played double Cyclone. The locals that I went to were really back row focused. I really would advise that if your locals are back row focused, you should play this. Maybe if your locals are not so back row focused, you can play more hand traps. I still play the best card in the deck, Cave Clash. This card is insane, it won me so many games, like honestly. And the last card is the 4th Hidden City, Terraforming. That's it for the spells, really clean and simple. Then for the trap cards, play triple Final Battle, play triple Strike. The last cards are triple Solemn Judgment. So that's it for the main deck. Let's talk about the extra deck real quick. My extra deck is kind of incomplete. I am missing some of the cards because I thought I had them and then I didn't, and friends borrowed them. But anyway, we play Triple Dragoon. Shoutouts to Enzo for letting me borrow his before mine arrived. This should be triple and this, so I'm just gonna use some other cards that are not relevant. Triple and this because people play Maximus at my locals, so that came up. I would play triple Relinquished Anima. Then I play double BLS. This could be a third as well. I play triple Verta Anaconda just in case it ever comes up, but I'm doubting it will. And the last card is just a random card. And that's basically it for the extra deck. You don't need anything. We're not playing the access code package. We're not playing Vader. You could potentially do that, but I am not a big fan of that. The side deck that I run, before we quickly talk about how the deck works. I play triple Summon Limit when I go first. I play the third Cyclone. Play the Lightning Storms. I played the Nibiru. I was really scared of hand traps, so I cited the Talons, which was not really that good. I never drew or resolved it, and in theory this is better in the main if I ever find the room, but I highly doubt it. And the last cards were double There Can Be Only One. I think Summon Limit is in a better place right now than this, but this has some use as well, so we cite those as well. This is a card that I could like the main, but it's really difficult to find space in this deck. These Cyclones are basically the only thing, and maybe the Cave Clash if you would like to say it is, but I don't believe it is. So let's talk about this real quick. Let's get the cards out. This card is honestly the best card in the game right now. It's ridiculous. It's way too good. Everybody knows this, of course. And most of the decks will turbo it out with the Anaconda. Because when you activate this card from your hand, you cannot special summon or normal summon monsters for the rest of the turn, but you can set, which is why this is such a good combination, because the deck sets monsters. What is really good about this is that this only really dies to a Ash, and Ash is stoppable by Call by the Brave, which we main 3 times. And what I have found when playing this deck versus, for example, the Numeron deck, is that the Numeron deck was either countered by Ogre or by any go second card like Forbidden Droplets, Chalice, Impermanence, and Gamma. And this really is not stopped by anything, except for Ash. And you can easily protect this or bait this out by using Extravagance. They will probably Ash it, or using City, and they will probably Ash it. And then you can just activate Red Eyes Fusion and you win. And Guru really needs a card like this, because what it always was, like back in the day, was you play 4 hidden cities, and if you don't draw a hidden city, then you lose. And this card is so good on its own that you are now basically playing 7 cards that you need to open in order to win. Because if you just draw a hidden city, you can just play Subterror, which is what happened a lot at the locals. But if you don't draw this and you just draw Red Eyes Fusion with like a Judgment or something, then you basically won the game as well. There were many scenarios where I did not see this, or where I only saw Hidden City, or where I only saw Red Eyes Fusion. And basically the only real game that I really had a bad hand was where I only had like an Archer and nothing else. And it's a game that I lost as well. So on the locals, I lost to the Eldlik Zombie because he outed my Dragoon really good with Super Poly, which was kind of weird because I'm not like really expecting to have a bad matchup against that, but sure. And on the other local that I played, I lost against Subterror because I activated Red Eyes Fusion, he Venus, I activated Red Eyes Fusion, he Ashed. Next turn, I activated the Red Eyes Fusion that I top decked and he Ashed as well. And then basically he just had Hidden City and I lost. And all the other games were really good. I beat Adamantipator, it was kind of lucky. Game 1 I lost, game 2 I had back row and he lost, and game 3 I only had like Red Eyes Fusion and 4 hand traps, and it was basically enough to win the game against Adamantimator. So I won the last local. I played other decks, I played a wide variety, and each time this card proved that it was so broken, but Hidden City also proved that it's still relevant in the game. Like, the strong thing about Eldlik is that it doesn't die to like the many hand traps like Nibiru, but the even better thing about Subterrors is that it doesn't even die to like Called by the Grave or something that stops Eldlik, or like a Cyclone. Like this deck still really has a lot of power to it, and I really appreciate that it still does. And I really like the Dragoon in there. Dragoon is just so strong. I'm not sure if I would like to move to a version with Red Eyes Insight, because I just still think that bricks a little bit too much. But there are still enough opportunities to go to test from here. Like, there are a lot of things that I still want to test. Like, this is really something that should be still mained, and I really like the extravagances as well. This is a card that you can maybe flex out for something else. For example, I really like Cave Clash. Really like the Ogre still. This card really proved that it was insane. Then we have the Triple Ash, of course, still mandatory. I really like the Humistrix and the Archer. These cards were really necessary all the time because you're still playing a Subterror deck. And Fiendus was there as well, Gru was there as well, and where are the traps? Because that's what I wanted to talk about. Because the only real card that I'm really doubting about right now is like the Judgment and the Strikes. Because they both have like a lot of arguments going for them, why to use them. Because, you know, Judgments can stop spells, but Strike can stop effects, of course. But these are cards that are like debatable. Maybe a Floodgate or 3 would be really nice in there, or maybe some other spicy tech that I'm not sure about yet. But this is definitely a list that we'll keep testing, and I will maybe mix up some varieties, and I just wanted to share this deck list with you guys. Because I was really late to the Numeron party, but I'm really early to the Dragoon party. So, are you gonna play this deck? Let me know in the comment section down below, because honestly, this card is one of the best cards that I have ever seen in any card game. It's so insane. It's really wild. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because that's really important. We hit 1K, but we're not close to 1 million. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.